Welcome back to another episode of the Black
Black
Girls
Girls
Den
Den.
podcast with your host, Alicia.
And I'm your girl, Sheree.
Yes, and hopefully, y'all are hearing the sound clearly here, if that's even a word, because we are holding these, if you're not watching us on YouTube, in our hands because of
Mm-hmm.
the feedback. But yay, we're so excited that y'all have joined us for another episode. Don't know what episode this is, but we'll figure it out later. We have a great topic today, so we just want to get into it, and yeah, that's really about it. So I am wearing an LA Los Angeles shirt.
I like that.
Thank you. And it says City of Angels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from Forever 21. And then I also have some cargo black pants. That's also for Forever 21. It's becoming, summer.
Right.
So this gives me summer vibes, summer chill vibes. And I have a scarf on. Don't know where it's from, but the wig is from the Beauty Plus store.
Hey.
So there you go. That's my outfit.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
So I have on a graphic shirt as well. Mine says "Empower to Empower." I don't know if y'all can even see that.
Yes.
But this is actually from a Christian brand. I went to a women empowerment network event a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember the name of the brand, Lord forgive me. But yeah, I got a shirt to just support them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm wearing that with some cute little purple biker shorts. I wear these to the gym.
I love now I see it closer. I love the hair, like the lady's face with the puzzle thing. So that's cute.
Yeah.
So yes, let us know, rate our fits. I'm just playing. Don't rate them, child. But today is all about, or this episode I should say, is about mental health and social media. It is May, and so that's National Mental Health Month. So we thought that we would talk about it, and we thought that this would be the perfect, conversation day and age of what we're going through. So the first part of our Den Diaries, we want to talk about our mental health update and just how our mental health is going. So would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I had just got out of a period of working like a dog.
Yes.
So I worked for almost a month straight. So I would say that really clustered my mental health. I'm not gonna lie. I felt mentally exhausted. I felt burnt out, the whole 9 yards. But now that my schedule is starting to free up a little bit, I'm feeling a little bit more at ease. I think I need to get back into working out, spending more time with myself, things like that. I think that really plays a huge part into my mental health. So yeah, and I mean, other than that, I think I'm doing all right. I could be better, but I could be a lot worse. So I'm just grateful to be getting up every day and living my life.
Yes. So my mental health, it's really hard to really answer this question because I'd be like, okay, mental health, depression, anxiety, it's all over the place. Well,
right.
Not my mental health, that all over the place, but it's within the conversation. So the first part of the year, the quarter, it was a lot going on. January, February, it was a lot going on.
Yes.
March. So then April, I decided to just rest because So I say my mental health is doing better because in the month of April I just rested, and so then in May I'm just slowly bringing things back onto my plate and stuff like that.
Right.
So I felt like I had a reset of April. That was good, and then also just being able to rejuvenate over the weekend, just being able to relax. Not having as many deadlines and everything like that because I was having deadlines back to back.
Right.
So now it was just I just was okay, let me not have anything. I was just coming home, going to sleep, just just trying to recuperate.
Right.
I was trying
Child,
to do.
You was busy in March. Every time I looked up, you was like, I have this to do for my job. I have to do this for my certification. I have this to do for my project. I'm like, girl, how do you do it? How?
Yes, so I finally became a certified digital literacy trainer. That was one thing that I had to do. Thank you.
And I remember attending your class.
Yes. So I had to do that, and then I had some contests that I was in, and I had to actually apply for the writers group that I was telling you about, so then I got into that. So it was so many things happening at once. So I'm about to actually get back in a busier season too, because I'm trying to do a pitch competition, all that stuff, whatever. So I'm just let me just take April to just rest. So May I'm kind of slowly doing it, and then also kind of want to take a little social media break, but it's hard because
right, with business and stuff,
podcasts and stuff like that. So I would say that my mental health is kind of a little better. I feel sometimes I am sad, kind of sad, not really depressed or whatever. It's just the ebbs and flow of moving. I'm really great. Like, okay, job,
Mhm.
life, whatever I'm doing is great. But then on the opposite side, it's like, okay, you can't be sad at different things. It's like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's just kind of like
Mhm.
feeling like I'm not doing enough, but knowing that I've done enough. And also like, okay, well, I want to do this, but like moving, relocating, like, and trying to just like
Right.
find a village and trying to just like get out there, but then, stay at home. It's all that,
Right.
complicates it. So I would say like right now I'm just like chill, settled, and really just trying to prepare for the summer. Because
Mhm.
last summer I was really outside. This summer bills might have taken over me, so I'm
Right.
probably sad that I
I
won't
think
be
this summer I'm
outside.
gonna try to have fun, but I need to be like more productive because we have this podcast, so we have to focus in
Mm.
on that, and also got a couple trips planning those as well. So I can't really be outside when I got excursion coming up. One to Jamaica in like 2 weeks.
Yes,
So
that's exciting. I know. I really love Jamaica when I went for my birthday, and so yeah, it's like yeah, making the
yeah,
decision like me not want like I was like I want to go to Jamaica so bad. Like I wanted to go so bad. I want to go all these trips, but it's
right.
kind of like dang, I really need to write. So
Mhm.
like that's kind of where I'm really at. It's like oh, if I
Right.
take these trips, I won't be able to write. So yeah, so that is where my mental health is at.
Good.
And I think I have been slowly like coming back off social media, like to just kind of go into our topic, social
Mhm.
media and mental health. Like I used to be really bad, like comparing myself with like I wouldn't say influencers, but like I was like comparing myself like, oh, they do this, oh, they do that, oh, they do this or whatever. Like
Right.
people who make all this money, so like that. So I kind of had to like unfollow people,
Mhm.
like even influencers, even mom, like the mommy content, the wife, like all that. I had to kind
Oh
of
yeah, yeah,
unfollow that a
yeah.
little bit, but it's not even really mommy content. It was more like it was like mommy wife, but it was like influencer. I do this or that, and I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I cannot relate about you being a wife, you being a mom, or
Right.
even the ones who are like, oh, I make this much money. I'm like, people are like, make $600 a day. It's like this stuff. You're selling an
Right.
idea, and so I really feel like I kind of cleaned up my social media a little
Mhm.
bit. Well, I would say a couple of years ago too, because I kind of like unfollow celebrities and things like that. So I feel like
No,
now
I
it's
do the same
yes,
thing.
like now I kind of follow more people who I know.
Mhm.
I even in 2023 I unfollowed the Shade Room like January. I unfollowed the
Oh,
Shade Room.
okay.
Now sometimes I slip back and go like today
Mhm.
because the whole beef and stuff like that with like rap, like the Kendrick Drake. So I kind
Right.
of slip back in, but I don't follow just like negativity and stuff like that because I do feel like social media can really get you down. And so
Mhm.
even now when I talk about my mental health, like I feel like I'm sad because it's like I don't like as we said, like we just kind of moved back up here. I don't really have that many friends up here, so it's like I can get
Mhm.
sad because like I want to go on trips, I want to do this, but it's like all my friends are in different areas. I don't have
Right.
friends in here. Like I want to go do something, and it's like I am the single girl. Like, well, I'm not like the single girl, but it's like
Right.
I do like to do stuff on my own. But it's like sometimes I'm like I get tired of doing stuff on my own because I do stuff on my own
Mhm.
so much. So it's like it's kind of sad seeing it's like when you because the girl trips are coming up, the summers are going up, different things like that.
Right.
So it's kind of like how do I find that balance or whatever? And then watching social media when you see everybody going on trips or you see people making so much money in their business and you're like, dang, I just can't figure it out. Like I just feel like it's so hard. So you kind of got to take a break, which I
Right.
did try to take a social media break in April. It quite didn't work out this way. May I'm just like trying to see or whatever. I
Mhm.
don't post as much on there unless it's like about my podcast or whatever or writing or something like that. I kind of
Right.
just focus it more on business.
Mhm.
And then I just realized like I don't probably really want to be a full-time content creator. I do want to be a creative. I am creative.
Right.
I do want to have a business. So I'm like, I'm just kind of looking at social media in a different way.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I'm just gonna look at social media for like business and networking, instead of just trying to be kind of this full-time content creator. It's like it's a rat race, like social media can become a rat race. So like that's kind of a
Yes.
lot. And I don't want to be in a rat race, 9 to 5 a rat race. Entrepreneurship, it's like all a
That's
rat race.
all. Yeah.
And it's just like that really does put a toll on your mental health. And so it's just kind of finding that balance.
Mhm.
I even was like, let me read a book or something like that. It didn't work out too well. I did get the book, but I didn't finish it.
I'm
So
trying to get into reading as well, and I have not got into it like I need to.
yeah, so I just bought like a little novella, which is like a small novel from
Okay.
Barnes and Noble. So I was like, let me see if I can read this. But I'm supposed to be writing and stuff like that. So I'm like, that takes up
Mhm.
my time too. But I also don't want to like work so much that it's like I don't have fun time. So
Right.
trying to find that balance. But I was like, well, last year I wasn't doing no work. So
Mhm.
I guess this is my season to be planning and
Just
to do
be
some work. Because
right.
last year, baby, I was gone. I wasn't even thinking
Yeah, you
about
was gone every
yeah.
month somewhere. I was like, dang.
Yeah, so like I feel like okay, that was a season. Now let me
Mhm.
like go into my season of, like working and networking and different things like that. Now that I
Right.
did move, have this extra time. So that's what I would say about like social media in comparison and all that. So I'll let you go
Okay.
because I feel like I talked a lot.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
And yeah, and if you guys have any comments that you all want to leave in the section below, how you feel about social media, do you feel like you compare yourself to it as well? Let us know because, like we said, this month is mental health awareness. So we're trying to shine light onto it specifically for us Black women. So we go through so much already as it is. But yeah, I think when it comes to social media, as you know, I deleted Facebook and I deleted Instagram like 6 months ago. I ain't never looked
How does that
back.
feel? Okay, yeah.
I ain't never looked back. And I know that part of the business aspect, you do have to have social media. So that's the downside to it. Those are the caveats of it. It's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Me personally, I felt like when I was on Facebook, child, I kept seeing everybody from high school and college pop up, getting married with a ring, having a new baby. And I'm just like, I want that, but I'm not envious of those people, if that makes sense. But it makes me kind of feel like now that I am 31, I'm kind of falling behind, you know. But like, do you have other people out here that are in their 30s that's just really thriving in their career and they don't feel that way at all? They feel like, hey, you know, I lost time out on my 20s working so much. So now I'm about to, you know, get the fruits of my labor and enjoy myself and worry about kids and stuff like that later on down the line. So I feel like everybody has their own different perception when it comes to things like that. But I think for me, when it came to social media, I started having unhealthy habits of seeing so many successful people on there as well. Like you said, when it comes to like influencers, I wouldn't necessarily compare my life to them because, you know, I have watched, I can't even think of his name right now, but he's a very wise man on YouTube. He's into like spirituality and stuff like
Is it
that.
like Philip?
No, I can't girl, I cannot even think of what his name is. I'm having like a huge brain fart. I used to watch his videos all the time. He has millions of followers. But he's kind of like, do you know who Jay Shetty is? He has like a podcast. He's kind of like that, but he always gives like words of wisdom, things to like boost up your spirituality, you know, just positive vibes and things like that. But he told me on the well, he didn't tell me specifically. He said,
well, he was talking to you, girl.
He was like, when it comes to comparison, that is the thief of joy, and that is so important to remember when it comes to that. And also,
but I'm gonna tell you that too.
Oh yeah,
the Bible does say that.
Yes, and that's where it stems from, because he does talk about God a lot on his channel, actually. But, you know, the other thing was how he said sometimes when we look at these millionaires, we don't know what they have done to get to those levels. So you're comparing your level 5 to somebody's 25, you know. So like me, I would never dare like look at somebody like Jeff Bezos and be like, oh, I envy his life. That man did so many things for like 30 years.
He can't sleep at night. I'm just
He might.
Y'all see J. Cole apologize, baby. He's still trying to make money. He's trying to get Tesla on Twitter. He can't sleep at night. Like, I like my peace.
Right. Okay. And I'm like, somebody like that is stressed out to the max. I can only imagine, you know, dealing with so much responsibility. So I'm like, when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I would like to be a billionaire, but when it comes to all of that, I'm like, maybe not.
And then also I hear that to be a billionaire, you're not ethical. So then it kind of goes about like,
exactly,
what are you doing? How are you getting $1 billion? You're not paying your people. You're not making this lifestyle. Like, you want to be all this big shot, whatever. But even they're like, that's why I hate when they're like, oh, we have the same hours in the day as Beyonce. No, we don't. We have 24 hours. She has 48.
Exactly.
She has a whole team. She has a whole people. So it's like, even with social media, even with influencers, like sometimes they have teams as well too. Like, granted, they do a lot of the stuff too, but like, I would never compare myself to like a Beyonce or something like that because I'm like, child, like, no.
And look how many years it took her to get to where she's at. Also, she started early in the 90s,
like as a child,
Yes.
And also, you gotta look at like her background. Her parents would influence her. Her parents helped her. Like, so it all goes back into that support and what you have to even get to there. So you can't really compare your life. Like, even for instance, like someone who was raised as a single mother, they may have more support. Or they may have lacked support versus somebody that might have even been in a 2-parent household. You might have more support. Or opposite. I'm not saying whichever one is right. So you also got to look at that background part, being like, okay, well, they did have this or they did have that, and you have more opportunities or you have less opportunities depending on how you was raised. So even like, I don't know, my friends always say that too. I like Facebook. I have a lot of people on Facebook, And I just talk and I write things, people like respond and things like that.
Right.
I feel like I just get more engagement on Facebook, but sometimes it be a little dry too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see people on my thing like, I just got married, I just got this, I got that. And I guess I don't
I
really
see it all the time.
Yeah, and I guess, but I also don't really think twice about it either, too, because
right.
how you don't know what's going on behind people's back. Like,
Exactly.
you don't know if they love their partner. You don't know if they just
Mhm.
together. Some people are together just because they need bills to be paid.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
don't really
true.
want that. So some people be having 5 kids. They don't be having no job. Like, I'm blessed that like in my 20s I get to live, I get to travel, and then I'll have stories to tell my like kids. Like, instead of being like, I had you at 25 and then I don't have nothing to tell you.
Right.
Like, I can't even help you. I can't even tell you like you should go try this. You should try this. Like, try whatever, because I don't have any experiences. So I mean, I just take it like, okay, I have experiences. I was able to see things versus like I didn't boom have kids right off the bat. And then also like family is important and stuff like that, but also resources are important. Like, I am building myself up to be able to get to that point where I can, be a resource for my kids, find a nice man, be able to go. Like, I still want to travel, I still want to have a certain lifestyle. So that's also probably why I don't compare. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a man yet, or whatever. I'm not married yet.
Right.
But yeah, but I don't see it as much as I guess. And also I think that my Facebook is a mixture. My Facebook isn't from people who I've grown up with. And that could be the same thing. Like, if you know them from elementary, that could be a
girl. I got people from elementary school all until when I graduated.
Yeah, so that's
teachers and all.
Yeah, that's a different thing. And so I didn't add that many teachers. I have about 2 teachers. And also my Facebook, I feel like, well, as I got older, I kind of got strategic. I have people from college. They not really having no kids for real. Some of them are not really. But I'm also in like, I started in the travel community. So I have travel people on my thing. So I'm looking at I'm like, dang, they went to Bali. Like, let me go. Like, they went to Bali. So like,
you have like a different reception when it comes to social media in some senses.
And that's why I was like, before when I was like, I don't think I travel that much, just because I see people travel all the time now. I was like, dang, I wish I could go here. Dang, I wish I could get some money to go here. So that's kind of me, But it's not people I don't even know them. So I was like, I have travelers, I have like podcasters, content creators, like I'm in that creative space. So my Facebook is more like connections, network, and stuff like that. They're probably not posting their life, So I don't get that on Facebook. So then it's just like, oh, Facebook is fine with me. I don't do Twitter. I'm on there.
And that's why I partly deleted mine, because I didn't feel like mine was strategic. Like, even when I used to do YouTube, like my makeup tutorial videos, I'm like, these people are not really my target audience, so why do I even showcase
post on there? Yeah. So like I stopped posting on there, like my personal stuff, but like sometimes I put the podcast on there, whatever. Now I put it on there now because kind of more or less I'm like, well, if you don't want to see it, like this is what my Facebook is gonna be about. It's gonna be podcasting, traveling, and keeping it moving. Okay. So like on Instagram, I started off traveling, but now I like know people, so like that one's kind of better, but it's really hard to grow on there, and that's where like the real comparison is at. But I have to like unfollow people, so like it's just like I can't relate to this. And then y'all be talking about high rise apartments making $3,000 in a day or 100. I don't make 6 figures, y'all. And I don't know who's making 6 figures. So
a lot of us aren't. Let's be honest.
Let us try to get there. So I think basically, really, what we're trying to say, it is Mental Health Month. Like, don't compare yourself on social media. Although it's hard and everybody does it, like you just gotta remember where you are at. You gotta remember like what your plan and what your goals are, and like social media is real, but it's also fake. Yeah, and I hate when people say that because I really necessarily don't think it's fake. But even when we go back to promoting, like the biggest thing you're going to do is be able to network is person to person. What they say, word of mouth. So it's like, if you don't want to be on social media, you don't got to. You just got to network really, really hard outside. But like when I'm driving, I don't think about social media. Like I'm like, the world is so much bigger than social media. You have to be on your phone. You have to be on an app. You got to really think like, who is on these phones? Who is on these apps? Like you have to really put that in perspective. When you're driving to work, when you're doing this, like they do say people are on their phones and social media, but like everybody's not on social media, So there's always that loophole and different things like that.
And just to add to that, we have to think like a lot of times with Instagram, that's another reason why I got off of there, because I think so much content's curated, so people make their lives look perfect and they're really not, And I think that's like why some people have gravitated towards TikTok, because they think people are a little bit more authentic and transparent on there. Versus like
a little more authentic, but they still be aesthetic.
They still be a little aesthetically pleasing. Yeah.
It's like you gotta have the angle this, you gotta have the camera. Like no. But yeah, Instagram, you got filters, you got this, you got that. And I be like,
that's what I was gonna bring up next. It's like I think there's like some kind of global epidemic when it comes to like facial features. Like I'm seeing that a lot. Like so many girls are showing like their skincare routines, but then look in comments sometimes. Some girls are like, "Oh my God, you have beautiful skin. I'm jealous of this. Like, I'm envious." I see it a lot, and I'm like, see, that's one thing. That's also social media comparison.
And then they be like, "Oh,
or
girl,
about their body. Your body is tea. Like, what's wrong with your body?" Like,
yeah, they do say, "I have seen your body is tea." But the
Mhm.
crazy thing is, though, like this girl, she was on YouTube. She was like, "Yeah, y'all was watching my YouTube stuff, and y'all was saying this, and that was nice." They was like, she was like, "My camera has a filter on it."
Oh.
Cameras, Canons,
Mhm.
whatever, they have a filter on it. Yeah, I've seen it. Like even when I
Yeah.
go to the camera store, like it makes your face
Oh,
look really clear.
it brings me to what's that girl? She act like AI or something like that on TikTok. She's like really popular. I don't know what her name is. But the whole time she's actually like a dark skinned woman, but she made herself seem light skinned. So when she showed up to the TikTok awards, like social media influencer awards, they saw a whole different person. And she was like, if I didn't have this filter on, would y'all have got me those views like I would have if I wasn't portrayed as a light-skinned woman? Like, she came out like 4 shades darker in reality. She's still a beautiful woman. She still looks the same, but a totally different skin tone.
She showed up at the awards with a different skin tone?
Yes, girl.
That's crazy. But yeah, it's like the skin tone and everything. Yeah, the clear, the camera. Yeah, that's all there. And that's why I'm like, I don't really care about filters. I'm gonna see this, and that's the whole thing. Because even in dating now,
I
they
don't
like,
lie, I still use them a little bit on Snapchat, but not when I post real
Snapchat
pictures. I don't ever like put filters. I want people to see like this is really me.
Yeah, because then this girl was mad because she's like she had filters on her dating profile, but then she showed up, whatever, something happened that she didn't. The guy was like, she didn't look like she looked. She's like, yes, I do. It's like you had a filter or whatever. That even goes all that into it's like you can only not be as real as who you are, and so it's like. Yeah, like okay, your body is here. This is that. Yeah, this is. It's like okay, but that's that's the whole reason is like because we gravitate to only certain things. Why are we focused on the content of the message? We just focus on okay, is her face cute? Does she have this on? Does she have that on? Okay, your body like it's just like all those things is just like a vain society. So when we're in this vain society, you just have to know like I mean if you want to get something changed, you can get something changed, but don't get something changed because you see it like even the BBL epidemic and stuff.
Oh
like
my
that.
God!
Now people don't even know what real bodies are, but now they're like, oh, they love Ashanti, and now they love like Angela. Now y'all want to love all these bodies. Even the whole DC Young Fly, like, oh, I appreciate women much more. You should appreciate them as first. So appreciate your body. Now, if you don't love your body because you don't like your body, like I mean, something happened to you or something like that, but like appreciate your body, appreciate your journey and your story, like appreciate where you are at. It's okay to change and it's okay to aspire or be inspired by someone, but don't try to be like them.
And speaking of that, did you see that TikTok repost I did the other day? It was about I don't know what her name is. All these influencers I be following, I don't know their names.
Man, what is the names?
But she did have a positive message. She was like, we can change things about ourselves and hopefully make a positive impact by it. But just remember, like that gap that you have in your teeth, the way your face looks, the acne you have, you are somebody's dream girl or guy right now. So I think that was just a great message. And actually went viral. So a lot of people related to it because they said they felt so much pressure from society, so much pressure from their family. Like, and I can only want to get into that, like, because I have got commented on my whole entire life. I gain a little bit of weight. People are like, oh, you're picking up weight. Or if I get too skinny, people are talking about that. I'm like, it's like, I can't win for losing. So that's why are y'all worrying about what I look like? And y'all 20, 30 years older than me. Like, what did y'all look like when y'all was in y'all 20s or early 30s? So, yeah.
After y'all had kids like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you kind of got to live. Even the trolls and stuff like that, like, you can either respond back to them or not because it's like the people who are going to comment on you if you do on me on social media, they don't be having no Instagram page or like no picture on their page.
Exactly.
Just be rude. Even these rude comments on pictures. YouTube, yeah, whatever, don't even be having it. So, yeah, I think I do remember that. Like, you are someone's dream girl. And it is very, like, I feel like it's social media perception, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the difference between a real life. Because this girl, she said something like, I'm on Threads now. She posted, she's like, I'm 40 something years old. She's like, and I'm in a loving relationship with a young man. I got divorced. And like the world or social media would say, like, I shouldn't be in love. I shouldn't be properly loved. And this girl's like, yeah, my mom's getting a divorce now. And she's in her 40s. She's like, I'm going to show this to her. So it's like, social media is just a place where they're saying all these things, whatever. Like, I wouldn't date a girl who got 5 kids out. If you seen that girl on the street and she was bad, you would be talking to her because you wouldn't know she had 5 kids because you don't even care because you wouldn't be asking.
Exactly.
So you don't know. You just
men don't be asking anything. They don't even be asking if you're married. They just automatically come up to you and be like, "Oh, can you have my number, shawty?" How you don't know if I don't have a husband back home with 3 kids? You coming up just because I don't have a ring on don't mean anything.
Well, I don't know because on the dating profile they be like, "Are you single?" I'd be like, "Why would I be on here if I'm single?"
Exactly.
Like, are you? Then I'd be like, "Are you single?"
Single?
Like, I gotta
Sometimes
know.
they are not.
Are you poly?
Sometimes they are not.
Poly not. Okay.
No poly parties over here. No poly pocket.
So yeah, like that's crazy. But yeah. So we just wanted to kind of talk about that, and just let us know like how do y'all feel? Do y'all have only YouTube, or do y'all have Instagram, Facebook? Where are y'all following us at?
Right.
Make sure y'all follow us on all social media. Okay, but like. Have y'all dealt with comparison, or have y'all dealt with like trying not to compare yourself? Or if you have, let us know. But if you haven't, then let us know what you do to not compare yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely let us know.
Yeah, because it is a journey in a while, So just it just sometimes takes time. But even comparing yourself, even like degrees, like she has a PhD or she has a girl, you gonna get there, or they don't got no degrees, or they got this. Like, okay, it's cool, honey.
Right.
It is what it is. You're gonna get there when you get there. Oh, they did this, they did that. I do look for stuff as inspiration. Like it's cool they did it, but it's like, dang, well, what am I gonna do, or how am I gonna do it? Right. Sometimes you just can't even figure it out. So you just kind of gotta sit. You just gotta sit and wait, and that's what I'm doing.
Just remember, whatever stage you're in right now, this is probably just where you need to be at. So,
so yeah, we are going to go to our next segment. If you know me, you know I love games. And I went to this karaoke event and I won a trivia game. Yay! And it's called Lyrically Correct Music Trivia Game 90s and 2000s Hip Hop R&B Edition.
That was very that.
Long. Yeah. And I don't know who made this, but if you haven't played this game, you can go check it out. If you have, let's play. Let me know how you like it. It's 14 and plus. Lyricallycorrect.com. If y'all see this, you should sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
So we're going to play a game, and I'm going to ask you a question of a lyric, and then you can ask me a question. Well, this is PG-13, but they be like, if you lose, you got to take a shot. Well, we don't have no shots.
We don't have no shots.
So we're just going to play it. Oh, okay. What did T.I. have the crowd yelling?
What did T.I. have the crowd yelling?
In one of his songs. It's a very popular song.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's so popular. I feel like it was like when you might have been in high school. You might have been in high school.
I've listened to so many T.I. songs, and I just don't even know of anything coming to mind that who would have the crowd yelling. T.I. What would you have the crowd?
It'd be like, dun, dun, dun. Like, that's how the beat goes. Dun, dun, dun.
I can't think of anything right now.
Bring them out. Bring them out. Oh. Yeah, I thought you had it. Bring them out. Bring them out. It's hard to hear something in your mouth. Dun, dun, dun. Bring them out. Bring them out. I was like, oh, dang, man. I don't know if I would have got that if you would have said it, but.
Now that you're saying everything, it makes sense. Yes.
Okay, now you can go.
I'm like, T.I. said a lot of things.
He sure did, child. So I was like, you can go now.
So this one is, when that blue and red suit fits her hips so right, what does Fabulous say?
We do not condone Fabulous. He is. I don't know what he said, child. Ooh. Oh.
Okay.
He said blue and red. Say it again.
He said, when that blue and red suit fits her hips so right, what does Fabulous say?
When that blue and red fits her right. It's a song. Do you know how the song goes?
I think so. I don't know what song this is, but when I'm reading the lyrics, I'm like, okay, yeah. This is definitely something he would say.
I don't know, because I only know one song by him. I'm a movement. That's the only Fabulous I know.
I'm like, Fabulous and Tamia, Into You.
It's a what?
It's not the song, but I'm saying the song I know.
Oh, I do know that song, but no, I don't know the answer.
This one is, I'd be like, da 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 da. Damn.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what song that is, but it sounds so familiar.
Oh, I know. You said I'm Into You. That's the other Fabulous song, you know?
Yeah.
How does that one go?
Girl, I cannot sing. Where to me is like, I'm so into you.
I'm so into
and I just know they're like out by like a beach, and she has like this out beach outfit
to me. Okay, yeah, I've heard this one. Yeah, I don't know this one. What it says, when that blue and red suit fits her hips so right, what does Fabulous say? I'd be like, da 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 da. I don't know this song.
I don't either.
You want to do another one?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, you want
to ask me one?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we can do another one. Let me know. Did y'all know that one? Did y'all know the T.I. Bring Them Out? Or did y'all know the... Y'all tell us in the comments, what is the song that Fabulous does blue and red suit? Because I don't know. But I do know that's on the I'm Into You song. And I know that I'm a movement by myself with Neo.
With Neo.
Are they a movement together? Okay, this one should be fun. Where can you find 50 Cent at?
In the club.
Period. Yeah, you got it. That one was easy.
I'm gonna say cancel me if I didn't know the answer.
I'm like, the other way. It's easier this way.
Oh.
If you do it like that.
Yeah.
I hope I know this one, child.
Oh, you probably will. In Snoop Dogg's song "Beautiful," Pharrell wants his girl to know that she's really what?
In the song "Beautiful" in Snoop Dogg song.
Mm-hmm. With Pharrell. What does Pharrell mainly say in that song? Your girl, she's really
beautiful.
Close.
Do you know how the song goes?
Mm-hmm.
Can you sing the song without saying the thing though? Because I'm trying to figure out if I know the right song.
I just want you to know that you are really
special.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yes. I was like, I need some music to it. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
But I thought was that not Drop It Like It's Hot? That's not good. But they have a drop.
That's beautiful.
No, it is beautiful. But don't they have another song? When I pay him to the man, my drop it. Is that just Snoop Dogg?
That's Snoop Dogg mainly. I think Pharrell might be featured as like an ad lib or something.
Oh, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
I think he helped to co-produce it or something.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like he was in that song too, so I was just trying to make sure that it wasn't.
But yeah, you got it right.
Okay, yes. Well, did y'all know that one? Well, we're one for two. Oh yeah. Well, that is the lyrically correct. So
I like that.
Yeah, we just this is a segment where we play games. We did a hot seat. We did lyrically correct. If y'all have any suggestions on games that we should play, let us know. This is just like the fun segment game. Yeah, so hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. We do end our episodes with affirmations.
Yep.
So we're going to get those out if I can. And we are going to leave y'all with an affirmation.
And as we always say, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel if you haven't by now. Make sure you leave some comments below. And subscribe to all of our other social media channels as well.
And share this with your friends.
And share it.
Your sister, your nieces, your cousins. There's yours.
Okay.
Oh, this is really a nice one. It says, remember compliments you receive. Forget the insults.
Okay.
So take every comment that you get on social media. Forget the negative and the naysayers.
Exactly.
By Mary Schmitz. And our Facebook is Black Girls Den Podcast. Instagram, the Black Girls Den Podcast. TikTok, Black Girls Den Podcast. Follow us. Join our email list because we always share fun things that are happening in the Den Diaries. And you can see that in the link. We also have wine glasses and mugs. And on your first order, you get 15% off if you buy it from the link that is in the description. We would greatly appreciate it. We are supporting Black women businesses.
Yes.
Black businesses,
period.
Okay, empowering them. So we just, hope y'all check it out and support us so we can kind of, keep on doing things like this as well, partnering with other people.
Yes.
And just, bringing other brands and stuff like that and businesses to the forefront. So, yeah.
So my affirmation is you cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people that you choose to be around.
Period. I see that on Twitter. I see that on Twitter, actually. Like, I seen something like that. It was like, if you can't change people around you, change people around you. I was like, got it. Yep. It was something funny. Like, do you get
that goes into comparison too, though. Like, if you're around people that you feel like are bringing negativity into your life, you might need to change those people.
Yes, because we do not do negativity at all.
No.
And people who want you to spend a whole bunch of money, get rid of them too.
Exactly.
We're trying to
keeping up with the Joneses is the devil,
and we do not do that. So thank you all so much for listening, watching. If you are listening to us on the audio, we do have a YouTube channel. If you are on our YouTube channel, we do actually have a actual podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple. iTunes, and a couple other ones too. Is it Podchaser, Radiocast, wherever you listen to your podcast, maybe. Yes. And if it's not on there, let us know, and we need to get on there. But yes, thank y'all so much for listening and watching, and have a fabulous, fabulous day after you see this episode. Bye.